Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Third Age Total War. We're playing on the DCI Last Alliance mod as the Numenorean Kingdoms. This is episode 8 and the final episode of the series. We're 51 into the Let's Play. We've defeated the Wildmen. We're trying to finishing off the Hillmen of the North. Here's the family tree, of course. Mordor is destroyed, and yeah, we just need to go after the Wildmen of the North. Hillmen, rather, not Wildmen. They're both Wildmen to me, but Hillmen of the North, technically, and we need to finish off the Men of the Mountain. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comments, feedback, and suggestions for the series, and yeah. What you'd like me to replace it with? Episode 8. This is the last episode I am doing because I feel like I've sort of achieved all that I really want. We should be able to completely finish off Mordor with the battle for Barad-dûr. Not Barad-dûr, what's it called? Dol Guldur. These black speech names are getting the better of me. We're going to call it's Amon Lank. Because I guess there's not a fortress there? Oh, I didn't know that. We still need to take Dunharrow and a couple of others. Amon Lank. Yeah, I guess the Necromancer isn't there. Anyway. We'll call a Tall Ikan on Teneth Ongolo or whatever. So hopefully the free people of Middle-earth come and arrive at that. So we need to have 35 regions defeat the Hillmen of the North, which we're doing now in today's video. We destroyed the Wildmen in Dunland, which technically we probably didn't even need to do, but we did anyway because I wanted to connect my countries up, and we will finish off the Men of the Mountains here as well, securing Rohan. I want to have a large kingdom from north to south. I want to impose the Numenorean kingdoms, and I don't know, I think it'd be quite cool to have a huge kingdom if Sauron was to ever return in the Third Age. But we'll fight this one against the Men of the Mountain just outside Isengard. Whoa, that's a bit creepy. Looks a hell of a lot more elvish there, Sauron. Kind of looks like Melkor. Okay. So, it's kind of a weird settlement, this. We are slowly but surely pushing up against them. The town square is actually up on the top of the hill, while the sort of village and town's further below. Most of their army is sitting up the top. Oh, we're trading fire here. We've got a ballista and a catapult. We've got High King Elendil's army, mostly made up of bronze chevron swords, and we've got a lot of archers in this build as well. Reinforcements are coming in, and they're double timing, but the Men of the Mountain, the Oathbreakers of Middle-earth, I like to call them, that betrayed Isildur and us and I guess Aragorn's ancestors. They will pay. Also, when Sauron, because we were fighting Mordor for quite some time, dealing with orcish raiding parties and whatnot. When Sauron officially came back, they didn't keep their oath, because we have destroyed Sauron at this period. I still think, yeah, so Mordor's still a faction, but yeah, we've taken Mordor and the Tower of Barad-dûr under our control. Their catapults seem to be quite wayward, which is good, just due to their trajectory on the hill. But our archers, both bowmen and elite, seem to be tearing up the enemy combatants. They're moving in some brigands there, which we need to keep an eye out on. Quickly, men, target those guys, because they're closing the distance quite quickly. If we could just get one decent volley, nah, they're going to charge right into my decent-looking ranger units there. That's a shame. We're still under the reign of High King Elendil, which is crazy. He survived the entire series. We did somehow manage to get Isildur killed, which is crack up. So the throne went to High King Elendor, but apparently he died at a young age. Didn't have the most successful career, apparently, according to one of you guys. I did ask that question. Oh yeah, so what happens? What does it mean that now Elendor is now king in this alternative timeline where Isildur doesn't take the One Ring? He just dies. He gets taken out by a barbarian army. Well, probably uneventful, because he never was much of a king, Elendor. Numenorean, though, the conqueror of Mordor, I quite like the look of him. Also, he invokes one of the cooler high elf characters in Warhammer 2. Okay, so we're slowly but surely pushing up here. And it's just turning into a little bit of a grind. The mountain men are putting their lighter units there. My ballista and archers are quite helping us in support. Yeah, what a strange city. I thought this would have been a lot more harder to take. But we are progressing quite nicely into the town square now.
Half the enemy force remains.
So this is quite a build-up fort. I guess this territory and settlement was never really built up, because this is sort of like the Gap of Rohan, isn't it? I can't often remember it being overly too built up. We've had Helm's Deep for quite some time as well. Those units are now coming in quite quickly. Try and skirmish and turn where you can. We never had any dwarvish options in the Glittering Caves. Correct me if I'm wrong, there should be dwarfs there. Or maybe they haven't migrated their way down there. Or... yeah, because in Vanilla 3rd Age, playing as Rohan and DCI more so, if you upgrade the Glittering Caves as a dwarvish trading post, you do get access to some of their cool dwarvish units as Rohan, which is pretty cool. That's what I really do like about DCI. If you ally up and go through some chains and stuff, you can fight with unique and different army builds and stuff. Okay, so we've started the countdown. 4 minutes remaining. But we're making quick work of the Men of the Mountain. A bit of feedback, I'd say, especially playing as the Numenorean kingdoms. In and around fighting the factions around us. Oh, enemy general, crikey, that scared me. We haven't really... yeah, we've just been absolutely decimating the sort of wildman barbarian populace. We are just so far technologically superior in both our armor and weapon acclimate. They really haven't posed too much of a challenge. They've just been bogging us down and wearing us in our numbers. So anyone from the DCI watching team, you might want to sort of buff them. But maybe it's sort of realistic. The Numenorean kingdoms came over from their... so yeah, the Numenorean kingdoms in exile came over with their superior stonework and stuff. Maybe they were able to sort of make quick work of this, forging out Gondor and Arnor. But yeah, the evil factions and main factions, what we've been really struggling against with. Oh, it would be interesting to see one-on-one how well we would do against like the elves, I guess. But a clear victory. High King Elendil lost 200, Dunharrow just lost 400, and Arten of Angrenost lost the 50. But we managed to destroy 3 of the Hillman's armies. Minas Tirith, not the most imposing city at this time period, but a cool fortress nonetheless. Okay, let's kill the enemy combatants, and we'll take Althgrad Angren. Yeah, Angrenost. Yeah, it's sort of quite built up outside of the White Tower, as it were. And my 3 armies have joined the Torlikan, so they should be able to get some nice bonuses as well. Okay, so with the King's army, we'll try and run down some of the remaining stragglers.
Yes, my lord.
Assistance required, Lothlorien. Just during the end turn phase. Okay, so Calador's attacked someone. I can't even see. We'll accept. And we'll accept again. They're not actually bringing us in, though. What? Yeah, Calador's just dealing with... Maybe there was some Haradrim there. That's so strange. Hey, the Lord of Mordor is dead. Finally. So we didn't get to deal the final blow. Put the final nail in the Mordor coffin. I guess, yeah, look to the north. Yeah, Mordor is officially destroyed. We're heading up to Barad-dûr. Once a legitimate power. Your lands will become their next target of conquests. How will this affect Middle-earth? Mordor has been defeated. Yeah, and the Third Age. With the fall of Sauron begins the Third Age of the world. After the Eldest Days and the Black Years. Warning, 400 turns. The Servants of Sauron on their past despair. Yeah, so we've managed to defeat Sauron. And Amon Lank is gone. Ah, the White Tree. With the demise of Mordor as a sign of the renowned hope in honour of memory of those who gave their lives to a brighter future. The tree may... Ah, so it's been planted in Minas Tirith. That's really quite cool. The White Tree. The White Tree building is available for construction in Minas Tirith. Oh, so we're going to be able to get some different units. I wonder if we get sort of Gondorian units now that we're technically in the Third Age. Oh, it's actually changed to 1 TA now in Minas Tirith. So, we'll break that down. The White Tree. So what does that give us? Happiness, public order, recruitment slots. So some really nice buffs. That's cool. Well, Mordor's gone. Okay, so we're going to continue on finishing off the Wildman here now. Borg has been destroyed. Yeah, Dunharrow, no, I don't want to adopt you. But yeah, now with Mordor destroyed, we just need to get rid of the Hillman to finish our short victory conditions. It's done and dusted. Seems to be just a lot of scattered wildmen here and there. Okay. Tirith Ono Dol, I guess. We'll push for them. We should be able to wrap the Torlikan up. We've still got to take Dunharrow and a couple of others. Up in the north, we're besieging Graham with King Elendor. And we'll send the diplomat a little bit further to Gundabad. Can't quite see that city just yet, though. Yeah, we should be able to quickly auto-resolve that. Khandum. So we're currently in Gundabad here with Elendor. Turn 57. Warlord Raza. Oh, okay. 63, looks like a crazy man there. He's got some snow trolls in his build. Yeah, we'll auto-resolve this one up. Oh, we did lose a little bit. But yeah, we've played a lot against the wild men throughout Middle-earth. Let's just try and wrap them up. Let's sack that there. Proven commander. +3 for Elendor. That's quite cool.
Yes,
and they mustn't have too many more provinces in and around the north. In the... Yeah, Gundabad. I think Gundabad's sort of more to the right though, isn't it? And Angmar region. Break that muster hall down. I tend to forget sometimes that you have to break down Mordor and evil buildings that you can't use. Some of them you can use, but sometimes it's better off and just quicker to demolish them all. Okay, back down in Dunharrow. King Arazir. I think I might play this one. We'll siege it out for a little bit though. Okay, so we're going to start things off with the Battle of Dunharrow. We've just taken Gundabad in the north. It's a real shame that we can't bring any more units in. Because he does have a lot of heavy units. The mountain halls. Yeah, so we're going to play on Dunharrow. It is actually a custom settlement in Third Age Total War. I think they got rid of it in Divide and Conquer, from what I can remember,
Your orders, my lord.
because they didn't like how easy the pass was to
Yes,
attack
my lord.
people,
Your orders,
and they
my
got
lord.
rid of it. We're still pushing down against the Haradrim, actually, or the Black Numenoreans, if you will. Okay. Seems like they've got an Orcish commander there. But we should be able to deal a pretty big blow against
Your orders, my
Dunharrow here.
We shall
Let's
engage.
officially play and fight this one out. Mountain infantry, sworn sword, nobles. Yeah, so we're going to have a tough time. We always tend to do with custom map battles.
March into battle. Men,
Okay.
my orders.
So welcome to the battle map of Dunharrow. We have to make our way slowly but surely up. And this is it. So I think we just need to take the gateway here. There's some small buildings as well up the encampment. Oh, and there's a... Yeah, I guess to build siege equipment they've done that. But here's the top of it as well. There's the pass. So we're slowly but surely moving up with our infantry. I've sent the High King to make the men of the mountain bend the knee. Really cool custom map. I kind of miss it in Divide and Conquer. But they've got a lot of heavies. But the one thing throughout this Numenorean series that I've been noticing and playing is custom battle settlements I struggle with, especially when there's only one vector of attack up, especially being funneled so easily. So we'll try and skirmish out where we can. I don't know how useful my catapults are going to be, even with my archers arcing. But additionally, with no reinforcements, you usually can grind them out, but this is going to be a really close fight. Look at their nobles as well. They have better quality or on par infantry that spawned there. I'm assuming it spawned. So we didn't even need the siege towers or equipment. Okay, so we're currently fighting the mountain men. My archers are trying to arc their shots up and over the cliff face. The cavalry's engaging ours. And we're slowly but surely progressing. It's actually 60% in their favour now. Try and target the heavy cavalry, the sworn nobles, and some of the bodyguard there as well. This is going to be a tough one. Maybe rotating and swinging my cavalry around might be the play. Because they do seem to have 3 armies sitting back there. We might be able to flank and get some shots off. We'll just have to see. Yeah, we've lost 23% to their 13. So head on. I don't know. We might just have to try and do as much damage as possible with the king's army and try and not let him die. Yeah, I just don't see a very good outcome. If we can nearly wipe it, then come in with a royal resolve. It's just because we haven't got reinforcements. That's the main thing. But we'll do as best as we can. They're bringing up more units now as I'm trying to encircle. Typical. But similar to the Siege of Battledore, if I didn't have reinforcing armies, I probably would have lost that one. Kind of reminds me of the one with Minas Morgul as well. It was only a couple ways up and in. Yeah, so we'll try and do some hammer and anvil strikes with the cavalry. Maybe hitting the Ridgekeeper Spearmen. Might be able to reduce their morale. Maybe hit that cavalry unit, which only has 11. 60 light cavalry should be able to deal with 11 heavy, surely. Yeah. I have been telling my archers to sort of get their shots up. And shots on target, but they're just not... I just don't think they're firing up and over. Like, maybe getting up here. Yeah, like there. If you can swing left and around, might be more beneficial. Still trying to engage where we can. Far out. So, I've literally played the full 50 trying to take this. And we are struggling still. Look at this. I think we're going to lose. Because we're not in the town square. That's the timer running out. Far out. We've just been slowly but surely grinding our way up the last 50 minutes. We've had to throw in Hiking Elendil. And the archers nearly out of ammunition. Although this is going to be a victory on paper, we should be able to march in and auto-resolve it. Because they've taken way too many casualties. Yeah, we've lost 80, but they've lost 85. Damn it, man. They won by the countdown. Which is a shame. I couldn't even get my ballista up into the city because the custom like walkway up is bugged for siege equipment. We're nearly routing them as well. If we had another 10 minutes, we might have been able to push through. We're throwing Elendor's bodyguard in because it can replenish a lot quicker. Oh, now it's in. Far out. You didn't want to leave it. Close defeat. We deployed 1.7, lost 1.4. They deployed 1.8 and lost 1.4. They outnumbered us by 100, and that very well could have been the difference. Far out, man. Whoa, that looks like a cool Rohan settlement. Yeah, I guess this is sort of... yeah. It's sort of the city on the micro level, isn't it? Edoras. Which is probably more realistic. Or it could be just sort of an outcropping. Kind of reminds me of Battle for Middle-earth, where you can just like wall up and that, make little kingdoms. But unfortunately we lost that fight. Which is a shame. I'm gonna have to edit it massively because it took like an hour. Oh, they even executed the poor men. Right, round 2. So, they even spawned more units there. That's alright. And they're bringing more slowly but surely up as well. So, pretty good fight. We couldn't do it in one. The countdown got to us, which is a shame. So, we'll send in Aratan Engrenost, and it's a clear victory. Far out. Took 2 attempts. Okay, this should be a little bit more within my favour now. Because that orc or troll inside, I felt like he was going to give us a hard time. Okay, so we've taken... Okay guys, welcome to the top of the turn. 61. Sauron returns? What? I was pushing down against the Haradrim. What the wise of the west feared has occurred. Oh, come on, that's ridiculous. Why has that happened? We are in the Third Age. Why Mordor re-emerges? The celebrations of the elves, Dunharrow, and other enemies of the Dark Lord were foolhardy. One may continue on the battlefield. Oh, that's ridiculous. We just got scripted there. I destroyed Mordor. Completely. It's not like I even had the One Ring either. No one had it. I never got it given to me. What 4 full stack spawn? Well, that's stupid. That shouldn't have happened. I didn't know that could happen in DCI. Please do take in consideration. This is my last... this is my first playthrough. What the fuck? That's... What? That's so strange. I've actually moved my Mordor forces out to deal with the Haradrim because they were encroaching. So even if you destroy Mordor, they can still spawn back. Because I guess like we've won the last alliance, but now that it's the Third Age, they've come back in the time of Aragon and stuff. That's so silly. That's happened. Well, I'm not going to destroy them again. They just cheated. They just came back. Why would I destroy them again? That's so silly. Well, we're going to continue down against the Haradrim, but... So, we technically didn't finish our short victory conditions, even though we're going to come mighty close. Like, we destroyed Mordor. Why did they spawn back? It's not like we had the One Ring. No one had it. so we couldn't throw it in the ring. Maybe you had to do that. I remember in Vanilla Third Age you had to do that to officially defeat Mordor, but that's a bit silly. Anyway, we'll finish off the Men of the Mountain and the Hillmen, and obviously the Wildmen are gone, and then we'll call it quits there. That's so silly, man. So silly. But the Men of the Mountains are destroyed. Okay. Pushing down to Harfalas as well. And we're putting some pressure on the Harad, the Black Numenoreans, with King Anarion. We're just going to ignore the Mordor threat, I guess. Okay. Welcome to the last settlement for the Hillmen of the North. Taking Kang Deluk. Yep, and the Warlord of the North is dead. And the Hillmen of the North have been destroyed. Excellent stuff. Well, unfortunately on that note, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching the final part of my Third Age Total War DCI Last Alliance Numenor campaign. We control a whopping 67 regions, even though we needed only 35. And to eliminate Mordor and the Hillmen. So even though if you destroy Mordor, they just spawn back. So that's stupid for whatever reason. We'll do a toggle foe because I'm curious to see how the other factions sort of shaped up. High King Elendil lasted to 60 years of age in the entire series. Elendor of Arnor is still currently the king. Araton, his son, will inherit the throne. Burin, the grandson of King Anarion, has come of age, 16. Aradan as well, who is 16. So the royal line will continue over there as well. Menadil of the Keys as well. But looking at the map, so yeah, we could maybe can do a couple more parts against the Haradrim if that's something you would like to see. But that really infuriates me, Mordor doing that. But we've set out and finished my main objectives. Like, why did they just spawn back? It's so stupid. So silly. Like, I would have had all of Mordor under my control if that didn't happen. We just lost the Black Gate as well. But we've got Gondor, Rohan, and Arnor under our control. We couldn't get those small elvish cities, and I didn't want to declare war upon them. Thought it would be a little bit unrealistic. But the elves have done quite well. Dwarves didn't take overly too much. The Easterlings did alright as well. The north has been taken. They extended slightly. But that's how the world shaped up. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more Third Age Total War on the channel. Erebor's been... the dwarves lost Erebor. Wow, really? To the riders? That's really interesting. But, yeah, let me know if you want to see more Third Age on the channel. I am open to doing more DCI Last Alliance. If I had to do more, maybe as the elves, going down and helping the Numenorean kingdoms, or we can play as an evil action on Divide and Conquer DAC. I think that's probably either of the two. But thank you very much for watching and supporting the Numenorean Kingdom series. I've had an absolute blast. I guess this is a bit of a sneak and a bit of a tease of the upcoming Lord of the Rings Amazon show, which, yeah, I think it's going to take place at I think they're going to, like, they're basically going to have the fall of Numenor, which I hope, and then they sort of have the early conquests and sort of stuff in Middle-earth. But I think it's like there's a couple thousand years in time jumps. But that'll be quite cool. That's what I'm sort of hoping for within that TV series, though. However, stay tuned for more daily videos on SimpzyTotalWar on strategy game content. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series. And if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.